Alright, day 5. Hydrothermal venture. You come across a field of hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor. I've got a wiki link. Hydrothermal vents. Does wiki not have a dark mode? Oh, it does. Oh, my eyes. Yeah, this year is basically the year of Subnautica. This coding year. These vents constantly produce large, opaque clouds, so it would be best to avoid them if possible. They tend to form in lines. The submarine helpfully produces a list of nearby lines of vents for you to review. For example, by the way, Quantum, are you planning to do any Pokemon / Plants vs. Zombies? I'm guessing you don't want to do Pokemon trading cards because I know there's like a million Pokemon games that need to be played first. Or maybe not that many. Pokemon trading card game was quite early on, but there's still base Pokemon, which came before it technically, so... Plants vs. Zombies is fun. I'm halfway through it. Each line of vents is given as a line segment in the format x1, y1 to x2, y2. So these are the coordinates of one end, and the coordinates of the other end. Okay, so it's just like a line in 2D from one point to the other point. For now, only consider horizontal and vertical lines. Lines where either x1 equals x2 or y1 equals y2. So it'll be like 9-7 to 7-7, which means it's 9-7, 8-7, 7-7. Each position is shown as the number of lines which cover that point, or dot if no line covers that point. Okay. To avoid the most dangerous areas, you need to determine the number of points where at least 2 lines overlap. In the above example, this is anywhere in the diagram with a 2 or larger. So we're basically just trying to basically every point in space, if there's every time a line runs through it, we add 1 to the count. And then see which point, how many points have 2 or more. So we can use a hash map for that. Easy enough. So those are our points. All right. For line and read lines. So we've got like this thing here. So we've got A, B equals line dot strip dot split on that separator. Write it in Rust, you coward. I should really... Welcome in, Slinky. I should really try other languages, but But for these types of problems, Python is just the best. Like, it's undebatable. Especially as Eric loves to throw in lots of problems where you're doing tricky things with strings. And occasionally things with graphs as well. So A is the left part, B is the right part. Or maybe we should just call them left and right. Left, right, then left equals x in split comma, and then right is r dot split on the comma. Okay, so that unpacks those. So they said consider only horizontal or vertical lines. So we basically just ignore a line if it's not. So if left 0 is not equal to right 0, so the x values don't match, and the y values don't match, then we skip that one. So we look at only the horizontal or vertical ones, and then what? We want to okay. Just do this with a for loop. Okay, so we want some sort of hash map called, well, a hash set called no, not a hash set, because we want to count how many times we hit each one, so it'll just be a dictionary. Points equals just an empty dictionary, or a default dict. Okay, so interpolating the line, we'll go for x in range. You would have to take the minimum of left 0, right 0, up to the maximum of left 0, right 0, inclusive wait, no. You need to know which direction you're going, though. Well, it's always going from, well, I'm going from the minimum x to the maximum x. And if the two x values are the same, then this is just redundant and it will just move to the y's. So if I just copy that line and do this for y in range. Left 1, right 1, left 1, right 1. So yeah, if they're the same, then that should just be one value. So that should hit every point, and then we say points. So it'll be x, y plus equal 1. And then result equals just basically and of p for p in points if wait, no, we don't have to do that. We could just say just say sum of v is greater or equal to 2 for v in points dot values. So the counts, we just count up all the ones which are greater or equal to 2. Is that what they wanted? Yeah. Five, 1, 4, 7. Correct. Part 2. Unfortunately, considering only horizontal and vertical lines doesn't give you the full picture. We need to also consider diagonal lines. I expected that they would only be at 45 degrees. That makes it way easier. Then our code should already work, because of how I've written the X and Y ranges. Yes. So the code should mostly already work. We just need to put back in the just don't do that. I mean, if I was doing this properly, we would have a part 1 and then a part 2. Doesn't matter, we're not trying to perfect our code. It's taking a long time because there's just a lot of values to go through. Nope, too high. Was that assumption wrong? Need only 45 degrees, not any other slopes. But they said it will only ever be 45 degrees, or horizontal or vertical. So they won't give us any other slopes. Right, there might be something wrong with my assumption here. Let me look at this bit here again. So no matter what the XOR values are, we go from the minimum X to the maximum X. Seems right. Go from the minimum Y to the maximum Y. So that should cover both the... Oh, I see the problem. This is now... Yeah, this is not... We're not doing a line, we're doing an area here. This is not correct for the diagonals. We need... Yeah, no, this is not right. Yeah, what this is computing is the entire area under the line. Every possible X and Y such that X are between those values and Y are between those values. So what we need is, it might just be easier if we just split this into the cases probably. So if X, no, if it's horizontal, if the X's are equal, then we just do for Y in range that. Yeah, and then if it's vertical, I mean, we can still reuse that code. Okay, hang on. If left is that, or okay, so if it's a horizontal or vertical, this code should work fine. So this is computing the area, but the area is the correct answer in the case where it's horizontal or vertical, because it's 1D. Else, and this time we would have to say just say min x equals min. Just get some values here. Min. Oh, did the music stop? Min. You don't need that code path if you have a general line algorithm. No, you do if well, the way I'm writing this won't work for the horizontal case, because I'm just going to add one to We just need to... Okay. I think the better way to do it is just have the delta. So... delta dx basically is +1 if we're going up, going positive, and negative, -1 if we're going negative. So dx equals 1 if right 0 is greater or equal to greater than left 0, else -1. Okay, so that's the direction of the delta x. And similarly, dy equals 1 if it's greater than 1, it's -1. Okay, now that we've got that, we can just say the starting values on how many... Alright, just say k is going to be the number of times we had them. So k equals... okay, and then we just do for z in range k, the point will be left 0 plus z times dx. Left if you gave the dx and dy the option of being 0, it works with straight lines too. Yeah. Well, sort of, but here I'll be adding the point in multiple times. No, because yeah, k would... well, I would have to... Yeah, it would work. So left plus z times dy. Points, point, let's equal 1. So it shouldn't take as long to compute now because it's doing lines instead of areas. 16,000. Damn, too low. I mean, I could go for a general case. Means I don't have to maintain 2 different things. So if I did that, it would be like oops. If basically that. Oh, K value is... Ah, no, I see the problem. We need to... This range isn't correct. So K is the distance. Okay, that's what that means. But we also want to include... the final value, don't we? So it should be K plus 1. K... Yeah. So when Z is equal to K, that is the endpoint. I was missing the endpoint. And that's a general... Okay, so yeah, that should be okay. Alright, try that. That's smaller. That must be wrong. They said it was too low. Shouldn't be smaller. If I go back to what I had before, but what's wrong with this? D, right? Ah, yeah, no, this is wrong now because it has to be the bigger of the two, so it's gonna be because one of them might be 0. Now K is the actual length. $16,925. So that's just like a 20 more than what I had before. So I was missing the endpoints of the lines. Which sometimes overlapped and sometimes didn't. Yep, that's it. Yeah, I don't like this. Python doesn't really have a switch case break, so you have to assign things in a bit of a weird way sometimes. Unless they have introduced something recently, I haven't really kept up with Python's updates. Because that looks hideous. I suppose you could say... It's not too bad, but it's just... I mean, if you're using a switch case break like in C++ or something, it would probably have similar length anyway. But yeah, that's part 2. And part 1, you would have to... Right, if I was doing the live competition, I would write it properly and have a part 1 and a part 2 separately, but we're not, so... It's that. I'll just put part 2 just so it's clear that this is part 2. All right.